for Akinyele local government area, Mr. Adamimogo John Olusegun. Good to have you this morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. And the second, they're both by my side in the studio this morning. The second is the chairmanship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, for Ibadan Northeast local government area, Mr. Babatunde Alonge. Good to have you this morning.
Thank you.
Very well then. So let's just set the ball rolling. Don't forget to join us on Facebook as we go. Adamimogo 105.1 FM. We are live on Facebook, and the chairmanship candidates for the APC and NNPP, they're equally here in the studio as we jojo on issues that relate to the local government. So let me begin with the NNPP candidate that is here in the studio with me, Mr. Adamimogo Olusegun. Let's look at it this way. Since 2019, the first tenure of Engineer Seyi Makinde, and I'm sure that you've always been monitoring, looking at how things are, because you coming into your own as the chairmanship candidate of your party is not, a one-off. You must have been observing how things have been in Akinyele local government area and perhaps to the adjoining parts. What's your how have you been able to assess local government administration in the last, let's say, 5 years in your state?
Thank you very much. Before I answered your prayer and your question,
My question.
I want to first of all give thanks to God Almighty for making this the reality, and at the same time, I want to greet my leader, Alaji Olokpeyan, and other party stalwarts. Coming out for the chairmanship position of Akinyele local government. Before now, there are some people we see as models that have governed Akinyele local government. People like Baba Shola, my brother Shegun Laiwola, my brother Adiribigbe, and some others. It shows that the hand of governors have always been in Akinyele. The only thing that concerns our home party now is our people are not getting enough. We need to come closer to them, since we know you cannot govern people that you are not on the same page with. So the hand of governance in Akinyele have always been there, but there are some little lapses.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
Like Oliver Twist, you want more.
That is why we call our own slogan the wind of change.
The wind of change. So as a matter of fact, you appreciate the local government administration under the PDP in Akinyele for at least 5 years now. Can we say that way?
Even if I don't want to appreciate, because of Seyi Makinde, I have to appreciate. Because the way he's been handling the state and the way he's been putting all these chairmen on their feet.
On a scale of 1 to 10, in terms of performance, what will be your rating of how the local government administration has fared in Akinyele local government? On a scale of 1 to 10.
Don't let me go to that length.
Yeah, but of course, we are here to talk about it.
On the scale of 1 to 10.
Let's be fair, because there are people from your local government area that are listening at this time, and they are also interested in your assessment and what you intend to bring on board.
Okay. If I have to give them a mark, I'll give them 3 over 10.
3 over 10.
Yeah.
That's the PDP's administration
in
of
Akinyele.
In Akinyele.
Yeah.
Interesting one. So let me come to the APC chairmanship candidate here, Mr. Babatunde Alonge. The NNPP candidate says 3 over 10 in terms of performance. You are also on the opposition side, of things, as it were. What is your overall assessment of local government administration in Ibadan, your local government area?
Ibadan Northeast.
Ibadan Northeast local government area.
Okay. Sending my regards to viewers at home. Without wasting our time, on the subject matter, which is assessment of the local government administration in Ibadan Northeast under PDP. You said from 2019 till date. Well, if I'm to rate it, I will rate them 3. 3 over 10 due to some reasons. So do you want me to highlight the reasons?
Please do.
Okay, when you look at some basic ingredients of assessment, such as their core functions when it comes to local government administration, such as security, education, provision of infrastructure, and the likes. When we start rating them, you'll see that the performance is below benchmark. You get.
What was your benchmark in terms of local government performance? If there is a benchmark, what is it?
Well, the benchmark, we know we cannot always have an 100% level of security, but at least to an extent, when you talk of government response to issues that concern security or that borders on security. So when you look at local government response and some other thing, that is why I said it falls below benchmark, and the necessary provision whereby we can always measure that with these provisions.
Was this benchmark there under the late Abiola Ajimobi?
Of course, I would say I don't want to extend it to the state. I just want to
keep it at the grassroots.
To the grassroots.
But was it there, and what were those benchmarks? Because I'm trying to also bring in when APC was in power in the state.
Okay. Well, I was a secretary to local government during the era of Abiola Ajimobi, our leader of blessed memory. So I know the necessary provision we do put in place when it comes to security concerns, and relating it to what has been happening since 2019 till date, I can see that in terms of security, they are not doing enough. And when it also has to do with the kind of relationship you have with the security units on ground, how you are responding, the listening ear you are giving to them, and the kind of aid you are giving to them when it comes to distress calls and related issues.
So if I'm to hear you clearly, security as in one way, grounded the development that you would have wanted in Ibadan Northeast.
Yes, grounded it, the expected kind of development.
There are a lot of security lapses. Is that what you're saying?
Lots of them. Thank you.
Very well. Now, let me take it to Mr. Adejimo, or let me say Honorable Adejimo, like all the candidates would prefer to be called in their own rights. The APC candidate has expressed his reservation. He's saying security has been far away from his local government, and hopefully perhaps his intention is that if he emerges, if he becomes the man to lead from that point, he would look at security even more intently. Are there reservations at your end when it comes to local government administration and performance, Mr. Honorable Adejimo?
Thank you. See, concerning the security just mentioned, like I said, the hand of governance have always been in Akinyele, but it's not enough. On terms of our security in Akinyele, we are only coming in to introduce more better ways of handling our security.
So, in other words, you are aligning with what Honorable Alonga said here, in terms of security.
That's how it is in all local governments.
In the 33 local government areas.
Honestly, it's only if you want to
tell a lie.
pretend there, yeah.
So you are saying security?
Yeah, and again, wherever the security is lapsed, to move around will be an issue. Many of our people could not even go to farm these days for fear of being kidnapped. And again, on the issue of health, the numbers of our health centers are not enough in Akinyele. So we are having a program on ground on how to make it more better and more nearer to our people now.
But interestingly, if one is to look at it, the APC, yes, they have at one time been at the helm in terms of leadership governance in the state, same with the PDP. The NNPP might look like a new boy, someone who does not know its way around. You know, some people would tell you on social media that your party is barely wasting time, you know, coming out to contest for this chairmanship. You know, we have a ruling party in position. The APC is coming into the stage as well. Where is the place of the NNPP? Why would anyone want to vote for the NNPP going into the elections April 27?
Do you know how we gave this government problem in 2023? This party is a party to reckon with, especially in Oyo State.
Are there precedents in Oyo State that you can
lay precedents. Go to the records. You will see our performances there.
What records do you have, Honorable?
You know, during the election, we were able to produce all these states, honorables, and as I'm sitting down here now, we won the state, and that is Kano. So for any party that
would your realities in Kano or your experience in Kano matter here in the Southwest? For example, a place like Akinyele?
It matters because it's a pointer to the fact that this party is a party you cannot toy with.
Honorable Adejo, I don't want us to, to give political statement here or to provide a sort of confidence that is not existing. What footing? I'm just saying. I mean, based on what we can feel, what we can infer, what footing does the NNPP have in a place like Akinyele local government area?
Yeah. The NNPP in Akinyele is well known, and moreover, I want you to realize that the way our politics is being played now is not party or their manifesto. People want to vote for people. That was why I said, before you can come out and say you want to vie for a post, you must have realized, am I on the same page with my people? Do they know me?
So you're saying that the NNPP, they have a better chance against the main opposition, that is the APC, a man seated beside you?
By His grace. By His grace.
People are more acquainted with the NNPP than the APC in Oyo State.
In Akinyele. What? You might mean in Akinyele, not in Oyo State.
I'll leave Honorable Adejimo to answer that. I mean, we are putting you on the spot here. I am putting you on the spot. Are you saying that you have a good footing in this election than the main opposition, that is the APC? Because people classify the NNPC to be a third force party.
Whatever question you asked here today, and whatever answer I gave you here today, depends on my own
your personality going into the elections.
Good.
So you can only speak for yourself.
I can only speak for myself.
You can only speak for yourself as the NNPP candidate not for the entire.
Not for the entire.
The 33 local government area. Interesting one there. Interesting one. Oh, let me come back to Honorable Alunge. He said that the NNPP is the party, the main opposition party to beat in this election. Yes, the PDP, they are the ruling party and they have their candidates out there. Honorable Adejimo is saying that NNPP will be the party to beat. Yes, he's saying he can only speak for himself in Akinyele, but then he's also putting a strong footing for his party going into this election.
Well, it is very normal for everyone to talk in his or her favor. This is politics, and he's representing NNPP, sorry.
Yes.
So we should say that he needs to defend what he represents. He's representing NNPP. He's the flag bearer of NNPP.
In Akinyele local government area.
Akinyele local government. Well, I will not underestimate any political party. If a political party is not worthy enough, I don't think INEC will deem them fit to be worthy as a registered political party. So I'm not here to castigate any political party, but all I can say is for my party. APC is a party to beat, and as a matter of fact, even when you ask those in PDP that which party forms a major threat to them, they will tell you is APC before mentioning NNPP.
NNPP. Interesting one. Now, your party has, said they will withdraw this election if BVAS is not approved for use come April 27. They are saying they are going to withdraw. They have a standing order that all the candidates should withdraw if BVAS is not put into use in this election. What difference would BVAS make in this election?
Well, the difference BVAS could have made is that it will give us more level of transparency and credibility, unlike how it used to be. You get, and being opposition party, our concern is not that we cannot win election. If my brother in NNPP will agree with me, the fear of all opposition party is if the election will not be rigged. So we are very confident.
Was that why the APC failed to participate the last time, 2019?
Well, that might be best known to APC. Reason why they failed to participate. I won't say it's because of BVAS, because I don't think BVAS has even been in existence then. Has not been in existence then. So that is not the reason. But the reason why we are participating now is that as a political party, believing in ourselves, believing in our capability to deliver, and believing in our client base, strong number of membership, we believe that if we go to the election under a free and credible exercise, that we are going to emerge victoriously.
Anyways,
that is why we are confident that if we should participate now, will be victorious.
Interestingly, I know those back home would want us to go even further to look at, what these candidates have in line, have as plans, for their respective local government. But that that might be some form of commercialization, and we have to stay within the mainstream of this interview. Don't forget, the program is Inside Scoop on Adamimogo 105.1 FM. IBADAN. We're live on Facebook as well. If you have comments, if you have questions, please feel free to share. I'll open the phone lines after the break by exactly 11:30 for you to call in and be a part of the program if you have questions for either the NNPP or the APC candidate. Let me come back to Honorable Adejimo. Are there lapses in local government administration in Oyo State particularly that needs to be resolved as soon as possible? And of course, maybe not under the spotlight of the APC or the PDP.
There are a lot of lapses. Like people used to say that local government election is election. There's no government that will want to put their enemies in power. And that was why in every election, in local government election, they will always prefer to rig the election, just like my brother said. They would do everything.
So you're also saying that the APC did that when they were in power. They selected and rigged the entire process.
They started it. No, confidently, those in APC that knows me very well will know Adejimo is saying the fact. They started it.
My first time.
Even some they were giving the chairmanship and councillors. I told them that then you people only run on houses. You are not fit. If you want to try how popular you are, go to the street and know. So if you cannot go to the street, if you cannot walk within the street, and you cannot hear what people are saying about you,
But you know that is not enough, because if you throw a couple of nairas in the street and if people will start hailing your name irrespective of whatever crimes you've committed, that is the Nigerian perspective.
Well, that's your own notion. You see, until local governments are given the autonomy, until the bills that INEC should organize local government
To make the local government more independent.
We will still be talking about the same thing.
So, in other words, you are also shooting yourself in the foot, because if you do not believe that, I mean, if there are lapses already in the system, why would you choose to run if you already have predetermined that this is a selection?
It is those lapses that we are coming in to correct. You know, like you asked my brother here now that the APC have once said they are not going to participate in the election. Why?
Well, what I'm saying, Honorable Adejimo, is that, okay.
Because the fear of what might happen, and again they know what is going to happen.
No,
So
I disagree.
Why do you disagree, Honorable Alunge?
So
He said the fear of what is going to happen. Do you mean that myself, including you, do you mean we already have this notion that
It cannot work.
Election to lose? I don't have such
And I think that's my question.
I don't have such notion that I'm going to election to lose. I have a notion that I'm running this race to win.
just like me too now.
So you cannot say our reason for us. An APC person will be in best position to tell you reason why that's.
And I think that was my question in the first place. If you have a preset in your mind that, I mean, there are lapses, there are vacuums, and all of this has been existing and it's not likely to go away anytime soon, why did you decide to run? I mean, if these are there, it's going to be a selection. Don't you think it's a waste of time, your money, your resources, manpower, and all of that you are putting into this?
It's not a waste of time.
Please convince me.
It's not a waste of time. Before coming into the race, we know what you are coming there for. We know how popular our party is in Akinyele. We know what people are already saying about the government in power in the local government. So, by the time we come into power, they know these people are the kind that will deliver. So, coming into the race, we have our own focus. We have our own mission. And that mission is to make the governance of local government more nearer to our people, make them see.
So as a matter of fact, NNPP would be one party in Akinyele that would be the model for others within the 33 local government areas. If you win that election, you would be isolated, but you will make that change.
Now, I believe all NNPP candidates in the old 33.
I don't know if you're sounding very convinced about that right now, but I'm going to probe even further, some of your plans as the candidate for the NNPP as well as the candidate for the APC here. So stay with us. We'll come back shortly after this break.
The Light Event Center àti The Light Guest House gbọ̀ngàn ayẹyẹ pẹ̀lú ilé ìgbafẹ́ tó dùn wò tó fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀ fún ayẹyẹ yìí tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà níbi ayé tó tẹ́jú lábẹ́ ọyẹ́ tó ń kú rírì. Pẹ̀lú The Light Guest House àwọn yàrá tẹ́ ó ti máa wo ohun tó ń lọ lágbàáyé ètò ààbò tó péye tún wà níbẹ̀. Home away from home.
Òǹgbò ni gbẹ̀ka ayẹyẹ kò ń bàdàn pẹ̀lú ilé ìtura. Àmọ́ ọ̀kọ̀lélẹ́yìí tó wáyà mi. The Light Event Center pẹ̀lú The Light Guest House. Gbẹ̀gàn ayẹyẹ tó gba òbítíbitì èèyàn lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣoṣo. Pẹ̀lú àwọn amáyédẹrùn, digital screen, dressing room. Pẹ̀lú ọyẹ́ tó ń kúrìrì. Ṣé ti The Light Guest House wà ní ká sọ? Níbi tẹ́ ó ti láǹfààní àti mọ bó ṣe ń lọ káàkiri àgbáyé nínú yàrá kọ̀ọ̀kan. Pẹ̀lú free wifi. Ààbò tó péye ń bẹ lórí ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá yín. Ní The Light Event Center àti The Light Guest House. Adamimogo House, Shobande Street, ọ̀rẹ́ méjì Mọ́kọ́lá Ìbàdàn. Ló kalẹ̀ sí The Light Event Center. Pẹ̀lú The Light Guest House. Wow.
Home away from home ni.
ìpàdé májẹ̀mú ọlọ́dọọdún yẹn tún ti kò. ẹ sọ́dà àyájọ́ májẹ̀mú ti 2024.
wọ́n ní mo ti kò máa gbáre ní Jesus City ọlọ́run sàmúlùwà lọ́ máa jẹ́wọ́ ti tóbi rẹ̀.
àwọn ọlọ́run lẹ́nu wòlíì bàbá babájídé sí wòlíì sàmúlùwà lọ́ bàbá adábímọ́gò tó mú kí wọ́n rìn sẹ̀ láti lè ṣàdérí o. májẹ̀mú ìgbẹ́ dídé ní sà. láti ìgbà yẹn gbogbo ẹni bá ní bàbá di ọlọ́run láyé wòlíì sàmúlùwà lọ́ ayé wọn kì í tó wà bákan náà. àkórí Exodus 2024 no more limitation. látọjọ́ Friday 17 tábà tí wọnú àdúrà. ọjọ́ Monday la máa ṣe orí ọ̀fẹ́ o. ẹ̀mí ọlọ́run ṣe tó ń fẹ́ jẹ́ gbogbo àjàgà. gbẹ̀dẹ́kẹ́ lọ́rùn onímọ̀júkọ èèyàn. níbi tí ẹ̀mí ọlọ́run yóò ti máa lo àwọn wòlíì rẹ̀. pẹ̀lú àwọn olórí ẹ̀mí bíbí sí aláwìyí àlùkò. ìlàjà akẹ́tọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́run sábẹ́. sarah praise jesus there wisdom. wòlíì májàmú sàmúlú alọ́ bàbá adábímọ́gò. wọ́n máa fi májàmú sọ̀kalẹ̀ láti Friday 17 ní Monday 20th May. gbogbo ẹni CSC Grace of Mercy Premonte. adábímọ́gò Jesus City. tó wà ní Ìlàmìjà village. lẹ́kì ẹ̀pẹ́ expressway nílùú Èkó. ó yá ní Jesus City.
Thanks for staying with us on Inside Scoop right here on Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Don't forget the number to call if you are from Ibadan Northeast or Akinde local government area or surrounding areas. Feel free to call your candidates for NNPP and APC. They are here live in the studio to, answer a few questions, a few posers on the program this morning. The number to call is 070-47,815 or 070-47,816. Let me come to APC. The candidate for the APC, you spoke earlier about some of the deficits within the local government system, and I asked why was it different during the late Abiola Ajimobi's era? Was the local government administration different? And you said that your party set a bit of a standard there. What are those deficits again that you can put your mind to, that you can assess, and you feel that if you're given a chance to come into the helm, you are going to address as a candidate or the chairman of that local government?
I spoke about the security aspect, and
that is one, security.
Some basic reasons why I felt there are lapses in terms of security in Ibadan Northeast. I still highlighted education, you understand. And going into that, I feel, and with what I'm seeing here, that the local government being the closest to the pupil is not doing enough in terms of monitoring, in terms of the necessary provision on things that could aid smooth running of the educational process within the local government. There are some very glaring lapses which I felt they could improve on or could be improved on, and that I know for sure that if I should be in the position as the local government chairman, I am definitely going to do better. You get. So in the educational area, there are lapses, and I feel and I know.
Do you feel Ibadan Northeast is bottom of the performance chain in terms of local government administration in Oyo State?
Well, I don't want to talk about other local governments. The one I know for sure is Ibadan Northeast, and I would like to restrict.
That's what I'm saying. Do you feel that your local government, particularly, is not doing enough, considered, in consideration with other local governments?
Definitely not doing enough, and not doing up to how it is meant to.
Is that a dent on the administration of Engineer Sheyi Makinde?
No, I'm not talking about Engineer Sheyi Makinde. I'm talking about Ibadan Northeast local government administration.
But it's under his purview.
I told you I can't generalize it.
You can only speak.
I'm talking about other local governments. I'm restricting my point of view So Ibadan Northeast local government.
Now, what I'm saying is the PDP, I mean, the PDP, whatever is happening in Ibadan under the PDP is not simply enough for you. It can be better, and the APC is there to restructure that if they are given the chance.
Governor Seyi Makinde is the governor of Oyo State, and Governor Seyi Makinde is not the chairman of local governments.
Now, he has a party that is in charge. His party man is in charge of that local government as we speak.
Let me say PDP administration generally would have done better than what we are seeing
now.
Yes.
And if APC is given the chance, they will correct that mistake.
Of course.
Interesting one. Now, let me return to Honorable Adejumo. You of course have said that your party is one to beat, especially in Akinyele local government area. What are those areas you think need some sort of improvement in Akinyele local government area? Let me announce it. I guess we might be struggling with a bit of the technicalities there. Just in case you're trying to call in, you want to ask questions or comment, please feel free to do so on 070 47,000 815 or 070 47,000 816. Feel free to call in and share your thoughts with us on Inside Scope. So over to you, Honorable Adejumo.
Thank you, sir. You know, when we started this program,
Yes.
I made mention of some individuals that have ruled in Akinyele before. These people have done well in terms of governance, but since they are not there anymore, things have not been done the right way. Now, concerning the security, now I've just said something concerning it. As we are coming in now, we want to upgrade some of the local so that they will be in position to guide our people. You know, we have the Agbekoyas, we have the OPCs, you see. Then we are going
Groups
to,
that are local government familiar.
you know, it's only the local that can guide the local. You know, they know all the terrains of these areas. And again, concerning the health sector, the number of health centers in Akinyele is not enough. We are coming in with a program. As I'm sitting down here, we've spoken with some industries that is on agric.
You know, exposing your plans to the opposition.
Oh, no. We have too many villages in Akinyele. We are planning to use these Maru ambulances because the location of these health centers are too far to most of these villages. That is, by using it, we are creating job, and at the same time, we are bringing the health facilities closer to our people. Then, you know, Akinyele is a Nigerian
Community or area.
These so-called people have worked so well on it, but they have not commercialized it. We are coming in to change hands concerning agriculture. All the products of these farmers, we might buy it.
So as a matter of fact, the NNPC, you have a working structure that can give you the edge in a place like Akinyele.
Exactly.
I'm looking at your national structure now. Does it give you that? Does it empower you, you know, to do all of this, you know, at the local government level?
You see, we have an IGR in the local government. How are we going to use it? By the time we improve on these IGRs, we will not need to wait upon the government, I mean the state or the federal government, before this. And in Yoruba language,
what is your plan B, Honorable Adejumo? Perhaps if it doesn't go out as planned on April 27, is there a plan B at the end of for NNPP at the end of this exercise?
If it didn't go,
if it doesn't go as planned,
yes.
does it mean that you are going to fold up and go and leave?
No politician will tell you he's folding up. Like in 2023, INEC cleared me for House of Representatives
Under the NPP.
under the NNPP. So I have to withdraw for somebody. Now they also cleared me for the local government chairman. My party is so proud of the plans they have on ground. And Olokboyan will tell you, these are my people that can execute it. Go there and do it.
Now, are you also sticking with what the APC candidates said here earlier, that there is so much belief or there is so much commitment in terms of using the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, so that some level of transparency can be seen in this local government election?
Using by
BVAS. Yes. Are you a stickler for that?
Since the government said it's not empowered to use it, you know, we had a meeting with the OSEC chairman. He bluntly told us that the INEC are not ready to give the states these beavers. And even if INEC is ready to give them, they might not ready.
So it means that with or without beavers, you are good to go for this election. It doesn't matter to you.
By His grace. APC is not opting out.
We are not.
But they are saying that if beavers is not used, they are likely to withdraw their candidates.
That was then. You know, I took him up on that before. And he said, no. They are going for the election.
That was the release as at
there,
the position as at.
But today you are holding a neutral
other developments apart from
NNPP have always been on the belief that we must participate and we must win.
Now, is that your shared position as well,
well,
Alonge?
an opposition party is supposed to be a pressure group that when we observe anything that is not good enough from the part of the government, part of the role opposition party should play is to voice it out for people to see. So if my party has come up to say they should use beavers under the ideal situation, I don't think that is a bad
It's not a bad idea.
or bad idea from a party. We are only pointing out the obvious, that if they have used beavers, the election would have been more fair and credible. So we are only using that as a pointer to OSEC, that if they actually mean business, if they are even ready to practice what they have been preaching, because OSEC has been preaching that we should be rest assured that the election will be free and fair. So APC made that release to let them know that if they want to be sincere enough, they should go ahead with the use of
No, we have a couple.
So it does not necessarily mean that we are backing out.
Now, we have a lot of, rallying call from stakeholders, APC stakeholders at the national level in other states, saying that you should coast home in this election in terms of the local government elections coming, that they expect that candidates should carry the day. And the PDP, they are also, going into this very prepared. What impressions are you getting from residents in and around about this election, especially as it tilts in favor of the APC?
Well, the response I've been getting, because I've been going door to door to talk to voters and to convince them to my direction, that if they should vote for me, they won't regret that. And I've been getting a positive response. So far, so good.
In a PDP-dominated state?
Well, if you say PDP-dominated states, cutting it down to IBADAN Northeast local government, the response I've been getting from voters has been very encouraging, and I'm confident that if I go into the election, if the election is to be free and fair, I am.
So in other words,
coming
that's
out
the
victorious.
proviso. If it is free and fair, you would emerge. Interesting one.
emerge.
What kind of impressions are you also getting? Let me take you to Honorable Alonge as the NNPP candidate in Akiele. Are the impressions correct? Are the impressions, are you confident about the feeler from people about your candidacy in that local government?
The feelers from people that I've been getting is very encouraging. I'm so used to most of these villages. I was once a teacher supervisor. I work in most of these villages and I've been so close to them. The confidence is always there that these people knows me. They know what I can do. And they know whatever he says, he will do.
Some people will consider you as a soft-spoken personality, but you know how the local government can be sometimes. You might need to be more aggressive in terms of what you need to do, how you need to go about that. And you spoke about your personality.
Excuse me, sir. Do we need to turn into a talk before we become?
I'm just saying. Some people might say, "Who is this man?" compared to what we've been used to in this local government.
So that's the way people knows me to be. And that's the way I'm always.
Now, before we wrap this interview up, let's look at local government administration. You, both of you, have talked about how impressed you are in terms of the feelers you're getting concerning your party and your candidacy going to the local government elections. What about the local government election, the local government system itself? A lot of Nigerians think it's not been what they expect over the years. They expect it to be guarded all by itself. They expect some level of independence. That also means that a lot of financial expense that the local government trust in the state to do can be done by local government itself. They want the local government to operate or to work at its own pace. So what kind of action should be expended at this point to make the local government dependent as Nigerians want it? Let me come to Honorable Alunge.
Well, the kinds of action that should be expended. The first process, I think, is to appeal to those that are standing as impediments in making local governments have their autonomy, that for the sake of the masses at the local level, that they should just do whatever they need to do to ensure that local government has its autonomy. So after appealing, there are other things to do under the ambit of the law. So I think what we need to do is to try all means possible that for the sake of the people, we should put all hands on deck to make sure local government has its autonomy.
Is there a chance that the local government will ever be self-sufficient?
Well, under a situation where local government has its autonomy, there will be self-sufficiency, you get. But even despite having autonomy, you said earlier that there will always be a need to ask for more. But having an autonomy in the local level will go a long way in making those in charge of local governments discharge their duty in a smooth way without any form of interference.
He spoke about interference, and that's a very interesting part. You want money to trickle down from the national to the state, and then the local government should also be able to determine how it runs without any kind of interference. What benefits does that bring into the system? How can it help a place like Akinyele local government?
If the local government is given a free hand in its governance, the people will enjoy the government. But in a situation whereby 50 million will be sent to, I'm just using it as a 50 million is being sent to the local government level. The state reduced it to 2 million. There's nothing the local government can do with that. Because no matter how high the high GR of any local government is, it cannot get to the level of the people very well. You know, the IGR now, in every month maybe you plan on grading the roads, you know, giving it
yeah, there are so many local government, responsibilities that has been left for state government to do. Yes,
because the state governments have been
they are the one calling the shots. Yeah,
deciding what the local government will do. They are the one dictating the tune for the local government.
And that's why I ask Honorable Alonge that when is that going to change? Are we looking at 2, 3, 4 years, a decade? Because it all looks very blue as we speak. The change that we expect to come to local government, that independence, that total, independence that we want for the local government.
That independence will come if our people are ready to change hands.
So this lies strictly with the people.
Yes.
The change they are looking for in the local government lies with them.
No matter how powerful the party in power is, it's people that will decide this is the person we want in Akinyele to serve us. So, I don't belong to their party. Automatically, I will be able to speak and even look the government straight in the eyes.
Thank you very much. Let me just take your final words as we go today. We have to go now. We're out of time. So sorry. Maybe people just fell in love with the way you spoke. I expect that some people, yes, I have a call, but I don't know if I can still take this one. Let me take just one and then we'll call it. Hello? 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 Okay, if you, I don't think we'll have any more time to take any calls. So sorry. Maybe they fell in love with the way both candidates spoke, and they just feel, okay, we'll just ride on with their thoughts and, of course, their interactions on the program this morning. Final words from both of you. Let me start with Honorable Alonge.
Well, it's been nice being here, but my appeal or word of advice will go to OSEC that all eyes are on them.
Oh, okay.
All eyes are on them.
They are being watched. They are being scrutinized.
Critically watched. And the success or woe of people at the local level lies in their hand. If they should not be
based on their actions and
they are
inactions.
supposed to do, based on their action and inaction, if they are not doing what they are supposed to do by delivering a free and credible election,
They know what that means. The precedent it will set.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Alonge. Honorable Adejuma, we have to go now. Final words.
Now, my final word will go to the governor. He has been maintaining a good name since his ascension as the governor of Oyo State. And this will be the last local government election that we will conduct. He should try,
Under him.
He should try as much as possible
To set a
write
legacy.
his name in gold, so that any day, any time, the old people and the local government people remember this election, they will give kudos to God and kudos to Sheikh Makinde.
Thank you very much, Honorable Adejumo, the NNPP candidate for Akinyele local government, and of course, Honorable Alonge, APC candidate for IBADAN Northeast local government, for sharing your thoughts with us as to the coming